Hi, I'm Krishna Shantakumar. In my 26-year journey in the hospitality industry, which has always been about service excellence, I have found that there is one void that we all in the industry try to fill, and that is trying to find motivated, energetic, driven youngsters who are job ready, who are skilled, and who are ready to take on all the challenges we throw at them. At Adevo, we hope to fill that void. At Adevo, we are hiring for attitude and skilling for service excellence.
So this Swami had the openness, magnanimity, and himself thoroughly discuss. Read lots of books. It was not a hodgepodge decision. He studied thoroughly. He sifted the best ideas from them, translated them to Indian setup, suitable to Indian society, and then only decided to implement them here. See, Swamiji's idea was he was a great follower of Vivekananda. He wanted the future citizens to work for the country in their own limited circle. There were lots of criticisms in the beginning that this institution catered to the needs of rich people only, elite of the society, but neglecting the common man. That was the comment. Swamiji had a very good answer for it. His response to such, call it relevant or irrelevant, whatever you call it, response was like this: look, I have got an umbrella which can accommodate 4 or 5 or half a dozen hits. But my idea is, if anybody passes through this institution and the programs pursued here and feels for the society, when he goes back to his own village or town or city, if he can improve in his own way that part of the locality and the people there, greater things to develop the country will be achieved. This was the marvelous idea. Let me prepare only a small number of very good competence, full of competence, then very able students who can work for the society. They can convert their own locality or the town. This is exactly what we are seeing now in many of the remote places of Vidyashala students themselves have been instrumental in improving the localities. If not, in today's society, what you call post-Indian situation scenario, there are lots of chances to serve the community. Like one boy is totally dedicated to help the person suffering from AIDS. Another is committed to help the underprivileged sections of the society in giving them education. In this way, Swami Shamavandaji's vision of those days is fructifying. His ultimate goal was improvement of the society and the nation. So he implemented several ideas into the daily program of Vidyashala. You see, that aspect also, he had close interactions with all the intellectuals of Mysore city and elsewhere as to what type of a program should be implemented to the teenagers here, bubbling with energy from morning till evening, keeping them occupied. Though he provided space for entertainment and relaxation for the students, he never entertained idle brains. Probably in the teenage 13, 14 years, that was not expected. Probably by the time the student left also, he would not have felt it. Once he is in the hubble bubble of the society, the erratic ways of people there and all that, then this training program, this is a stay of 3 years or 5 years in Vidyashala. We have got several instances and cases where students have stood up to the situation and then proved themselves to be very good products of this institution. More than that, better word is a vision. And in all the projects that he undertook, as I said earlier, not a segmented pattern, in its totality, and the pace with which he would proceed, that vision, that pace, I feel many of his contemporaries could not keep pace with that, far ahead of the contemporaries of the day, and more so teachers like us. But still, another high plus point in Swami Shambhavanji we experienced, I have realized in later days, was though we were unable to keep pace with his vision or thoughts, he had total faith in us. In the initial stages of Vidyashala, the teachers were just young, raw, immature to the, if I'm permitted to use that word, to the demands of the residential setup. We were totally inexperienced to the demands of the residential setup and to the vision of the songs. But still, hardly 2 days a week we had no meeting. Otherwise, every day we used to meet. We would meet all the staff members soon after evening tiffin. He had total faith in us. He was not disappointed in our poor responses to his vision or his thoughts. He have never come across, he never displayed any sort of an annoyment or anything. He was never annoyed. He had that coolness, and probably he felt some of these teachers will hold on for a long time in this institution. Look, Guru Maharaj's grace, Swamiji's total faith in raw people like us, we are still holding on to this institution. Here, Swamiji provided so many opportunities. Another dimension he wanted to know. See, in the year 1958, the start of the year, Swamiji thought, we are providing. He would never say I. No, there is no I factor with Swamiji. There is no selfish motive at all. That was his greatness. We are offering so many facilities, programs to prepare the youngsters to be good citizens. See, when they go home during Dasara, those days we had Christmas holidays also, Christmas holidays, summer vacation. Students are likely they forget this. What type of facilities have the parents provided to these students in common or in continuation of the facilities provided with in the institution? So he had another project. See, all his innovative projects. 2 to 3 months earlier, he sent letters to all the parents. Look, during this month, during this period, on such and such a day, 1 or 2 members of the staff, they will visit your house. They will meet every member of the house, including the housewife. And if possible, they stay in your house. So please make simple arrangements for their stay and then interact with them. I was fortunate to be selected to go to North Karnataka. My senior teacher was Mr. R. Patsathi. Because we were traveling to a longer distance, greater distance, he preferred 2 of us to go. So we went, we had very fine experiences. We stayed in their houses, studied the pattern of facilities for studies, accommodation, the type of tidiness, the type of lifestyle they have, the food they eat, the intellectuals or the educational background of the parents or other members. All that we reported to Swamiji after coming. This is another one. So he wanted to invest all his abilities, programs on youngsters. At the same time, he wanted to study what are provided in the home front so that that complements this program. And his vision would be met for the long run. But then also the parents, they could not keep pace with the thoughts, academic thoughts, programs of Swamiji. But they were so nice, very good parents, I tell you, very good people. They would respond to the call of the Swamiji in all our projects and developmental attitude and all that. They would meet him often. But so many students and some of the parents, this is another interesting part, they wanted what now it is very common in all the institutions, what is called as parents-teachers meeting. He had a sample survey when the parents were demanding more holidays and vacation for the students. In an open audience with the boys here in this, the old hall, present library, Swamiji disappointingly made the remark. You see, we want the students, we try to develop the students, their performance, their skills and all that in several areas. But the parents, their intention is more holidays. Better not to hold such parents. Because anything innovative idea of complementing the programs of a residential institution, well, that is welcome. Because he was a little disappointed in that. So we didn't have parents-teacher meeting that way. Although there were several parents who would join hands with the programs. He would visit, he would call them also. He was very free in receiving the ideas. Naturally, for a teenager student, anybody, even now, that is probably in a greater measure that is seen today. Every student needs a little goading, a little pressure, even to wake up at 5 in the morning, take bath and get ready, all time bound. You see, clock like precisions. Nobody could be late, nobody could be in a relaxing way. It was really a tough job. We used to get up at around 4:30 in the morning, while the first bell would go at 10 minutes to 5 in the morning. And by 5 o'clock, all would be there in the bathroom and all. And then at 6 exactly, they would assemble here. And immediately after the prayer, they had to go to the open field for physical drill and exercises. And everywhere we had to be present as wardens and residential teachers. In one sense, Swamiji's concept was all the students coming from different parts of Karnataka. Hardly there could be a few only from outside. Kannadigas living outside, they would come those days. These are all with us, and it is our duty to take the best care of them. So in every activity, be it in sports ground, be it in swimming pool, everywhere, the residential teachers, the manual work, every Wednesday there used to be manual work. So all of us would always be present. There were instances when there were injuries to students, I shouldn't say, I myself have carried students in my arms right from sports field up to this building. Those days we did not have telephonic comment and all that. So we had to carry the injured students. It was the responsibility of the residential teachers, wardens and Swamijis and President Swamiji Shambhanandaji to take the best care, particularly the health care of the students. In that aspect, we had a real challenge. And the second part of it was our teaching. You see, we were given allotted seats in the dining hall. The present students' storeroom, that was the dining hall. When I came, there, four of us, we were sitting in four corners. And Warden Swami Prasannanandaji, there were only three wardens those days. Swami Prasannanandaji was the chief, Swami Agehanandaji for marketing and dairy and then kitchen and other disciplines on that. One in charge of A block and dispensary, healthcare. Only three monks were there. There were no brahmacharis those days. We were there. 7 o'clock exactly the breakfast time would be there. 7:30 was the study hour. And everybody, non-residential and residential teachers, were expected to be in the study hall 5 minutes earlier exactly. No compromise on that. And those days we did not have this terracotta or terraline or this type of, all cotton pants and cotton shirts. Cross-legged we had to sit, and the well-pressed cotton pants would get creased and all that. We didn't have much time. We had to sit, take breakfast, lunch, everything along with the students, and then rush to the study hall to face. Otherwise, we had to face the music from the headmaster who was equally rigid. See, it's the institution, this Vidyashala, stands on the punctuality. Punctuality is the hallmark of this institution. This is so in all the Ramakrishna Mission centers, and Swami Shambhanji insisted on that. So we had to go. This was another challenge. Further, a residential teacher was allowed just 1.5 hours of free time every week. Otherwise, we had to be present in the games field.
You are wedded to the institution.
Completely, totally we were here. To the extent, though my parents, my people lived in the city, I used to visit them weekends, that too in the evenings, hardly for about 15-20 minutes. My sisters and brothers took me as a guest, visiting a weekend guest. That way, we were completely here itself, playing with the students, participating in all the activities with the students. The second requirement of the teacher here is that once he passes out of the university class, he should never feel that the book is closed. He should always keep open his ideas, welcome new ideas, keep abreast of things, the developments in the particular subjects. And therefore, you can impress. You have to keep on innovating your ways. I had a younger brother who was almost of the same class. Then my idea was, if I teach my students in this way, in this pattern, will my younger brother be able to understand easily? So that comparison I would always feel. And if I say whatever would be very easy for that boy, should be easy for all students.